But was it cherry or currant? Oh, please, it was clearly blackberry with a hint of mischief. I think we need another glass to decide.
This channel is about understanding wine for real.
Not memorizing fancy words.
Not pretending every bottle is mystical.
And not swallowing the wine industry's preferred story just because it sounds elegant.
We want to tell you what's actually going on in the glass.
In the cellar.
And in the market.
Why a wine tastes the way it does.
Why people talk about it the way they do.
And when the story is true.
And when it's just good marketing.
If you want wine without the fog.
You're in the right place. Cabernet Sauvignon is the most famous grape in the world, which is exactly why half the time people are describing the label, not the wine.
Correct. Cabernet is not a luxury logo. It is a structural language.
And to understand Cabernet Sauvignon, you really have to understand the whole family.
Cabernet Franc is the parent. Cabernet Sauvignon is the armored child. Merlot is the relative who makes everybody easier to live with.
That is actually a great setup line.
It is also true. Cabernet Franc brings aromatics, lift, herb, and red fruit. Cabernet Sauvignon brings tannin, graphite, green pepper, and structure. Cassis can absolutely show up, but fruit expression moves around with ripeness and winemaking. Merlot brings flesh, plushness, and roundness.
So Cabernet Sauvignon is the armor, Cabernet Franc is the person inside it, and Merlot makes it drinkable.
Better keep that.
Okay, now take the family on the road.
Bordeaux first. That is the blueprint.
Left Bank means Cabernet Sauvignon dominance. More structure, more tannin, more blackcurrant, graphite, cedar, and age-worthiness.
Left Bank wines feel engineered, built for time.
Right Bank shifts toward Merlot. Softer texture, more immediacy, more plum, chocolate, and silk.
Less about architecture, more about feel.
Then Chinon strips the armor off.
Exactly. Cabernet Franc alone, red fruit, herbs, higher acid, more transparency. This is where green pepper is not a flaw. It is honesty.
That is such a good Chinon line.
Because it is a good Chinon.
Then Napa does the opposite of Chinon.
Napa is ripeness, polish, oak, bigger fruit, softer presentation of tannin, more blackberry, vanilla, spice. If Bordeaux is tailored, Napa is custom-built with upgrades.
Which is why Bordeaux is trying to make a wine that lasts 30 years, and Napa is trying to impress you in 30 seconds.
Slightly unfair, also useful.
And South Africa.
Often the hybrid. Old world structure, new world fruit, plus herbal, earthy, sometimes smoky twists. Cabernet with a personality quirk.
So same family, very different accents.
Exactly. Place changes the expression.
Which is also why Cabernet Sauvignon often needs help.
Yes, on its own, Cabernet Sauvignon can be all tannin, acid, and dominance. Impressive, but not always complete.
Like a bodybuilder.
Yes, blending is what makes it interesting.
So Merlot softens, Cabernet Franc lifts, Petit Verdot adds color, tannin, and floral spice.
Important distinction here. Cabernet is a family. Bordeaux is a coalition.
That is clean.
Because it is correct.
Okay, now give people the quick way to identify Cabernet Sauvignon.
Start with structure, not fruit. Fruit can move from cassis to darker or riper tones depending on ripeness and handling. The more reliable fingerprint is green pepper or hedge notes, graphite, pencil lead, cedar, and firm tannin.
So cassis is possible, but green pepper and graphite are closer to the identity card.
Exactly. If you smell green pepper in Cabernet and think something went wrong, congratulations. You may have just found the grape telling on itself.
And that connects back to episode 1. Merlot versus Cabernet Sauvignon is often sold as a giant difference, when the family resemblance is a lot closer than people think.
Precisely. Then fruit becomes a modifier, not the whole definition.
So the simple heuristic is, if it smells like a hedge, a pencil, and maybe black currant, depending on ripeness, and it dries your mouth, it is probably Cabernet.
Better than most tasting sheets.
So Cabernet is not really one flavor.
No. In Bordeaux, structure dominates. In Chinon, aromatics dominate. In Napa, fruit dominates. In South Africa, complexity often dominates.
Same grape, different truth.
Cabernet Sauvignon is the same grape everywhere, but it tells the truth about where it grew.
And if you want wine without the fog, stay with us.
Just right.